My friends, hello and welcome back. It has been too long since we have done a live, and we've got like my cat here is just crawling on the desk here. I am so excited that you are here. So, we are going to go over some questions that you all have. So, if you can think of any questions that you have regarding the GED or the HiSET, go ahead and leave it in the chat and I will do my best to answer. But we do have a whole list of questions that people have asked before the video for us to go over. So we'll go over those, but again, type in the chat and tell us what questions you have for the test. Okay, so here I have a question. Policy Day 5418 says, can I still go to college even though all subject scores are below 165? So that is on the GED test. And the answer is yes, you can still go to college. So it really depends upon the college, but a lot of times they're just looking to make sure that you have a high school equivalency certificate, a GED or a HiSET. And then you might have to take the ACT or the SAT, and maybe they might determine how, if they accept you, whether or not, depending upon what your actual score is on your GED or your HiSET. But from my understanding, a lot of colleges don't do that. They're really just looking to make sure, okay, did you pass, right? And I recommend that you just really dig in and do some research, ask an admissions officer at the colleges that you are interested in applying at. Okay, let's see here. A question about so Christy Rubin has HiSET math questions on that. So my last several math videos, the ones where I have, it's like 3 parts. So I've already done part 3. I posted it on Monday. We're actually going over actual HiSET math problems. So I take one HiSET math problem or 2 HiSET math problems, and then I come up with additional math problems that are similar to that. Okay. And that's sort of what we're digging into as far as those videos go. But I mean, yeah, you have to have a really solid understanding of basic math, but also geometry, a little bit of statistics, and a lot of algebra. So really make sure that you have those down, not just for the HiSET, but also for the GED. Okay, so we have here, Coach Q says, it seemed they changed the HiSET math. Can you recommend other videos to start with now? Like I said, I recommend that you watch those 3 math videos that I have right now, that those videos are focusing specifically on HiSET free practice test 8, I think, the most recent one. That is what it's based on. But again, make sure you have a really solid understanding of math and practice, practice. You should do just fine. Okay, we have here, Vanelli says, I don't know if I said your name right, but good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. I'm so excited that you're here. All of you, leave a comment in the chat and tell me where you're watching this video from, because I love geography and I love to see where folks are located. Okay, another question I have here is from Orlia Cotelo. And the question is, I would like to know how I can achieve a 190 out of 200 in RLA. So it's the reasoning through language arts on the GED. I did the test and got a 158. I want to get a computer science scholarship, and for me to get one, I need high scores. Thank you. Okay, so my advice for you is to really work on just reading two things, okay? Work on reading comprehension. Having a really solid reading comprehension, which I go over in so many of my videos, will really help you with reading, science, and social studies, because those are all actually reading tests. Yeah, you need to have a good solid understanding of science and social studies, but they're still just reading tests. So really make sure that you dive in and work on your reading comprehension strategies. The technique that I work with my students on and that I recommend is called SLAY. So first we do a quick skim, then we look at the questions, actually read, answer the questions, and then check your answers. That's something that I do with my students all the time. and their scores tend to go a little bit higher when they use that technique. Another strategy to increase your score is to practice reading faster. And I have a program that I use, it's in a couple of my videos, where it actually teaches you how to read faster. And I just recommend that quite a bit, because if you can read faster, you can focus more on answering the questions correctly and you're not going to run out of time. So those are my reading suggestions. And then as far as the writing goes, I actually have a writing program that I released in the springtime that I'm going to re-release here in a couple of weeks, that walks you through step by step by step exactly how to pass the reading test, and or sorry, how to pass the writing test, how to write that essay and do well. And that's what I recommend. Okay, so new friends that are here, just type in the chat and give us your questions. Okay, so it looks like we have another question here about the math practice test, but I already went over that question here. Nicholas BK12 says or asks, am I able to go to college with a high school diploma? And the answer is, so high school diploma probably meaning a GED or a HiSET. And yes, you can go to college with a GED or HiSET. You're really not getting a GED or HiSET. That's a test that gets you there. You're actually getting your high school equivalency certificate or a high school equivalency diploma, depending upon what state you're located in. And yes, a lot of colleges do accept this. The military accepts it. So really, you're at a level playing field from my perspective if you're planning on going to college. Okay, good afternoon, Donna Cole. I'm so glad that you're here. So thankful. All right, another question we have here is I passed, so this comes from Blessed 74 Forever. I passed the math, social studies, and science, but I failed the reading 3 times. Oh no. I need your help with tricky reading and English essay. Uh, well, my suggestion for that, just like I said again, you just need to practice, really work on your reading comprehension skills. Friends, this is the time of year also where you can go to an adult education program. So see if your local program has availability and they can start teaching you. I know that in my program we have a lot of students, like a ton of students that are joining us right now at the beginning of the school year. So it's a really good chance to go to your local program and see what sort of things that they can help you with too. And there's so many resources out there and so many people that care for you and for your success. Okay, do we have any other? Those are all the questions that I have from folks that have previously asked questions. Friends online, what other questions do you have regarding the GED or the HiSET? So leave me a comment and let me know. I'm here and I would happily answer any of the questions that you have about the test. Starting probably next week, we're going to dive into the live videos, but we'll go into subject specific videos. So maybe a little math, maybe a little bit of grammar that goes with your writing test. We'll really dig more into those on these live. They're just 15-minute videos, but we will definitely do more of those starting next week, where we're going subject specific. So it's kind of like you're in my class. If you ask my students, I teach exactly like I do in person, the same way I do online. This is me, completely authentic. Ask anyone that knows me. This is what you're getting online is exactly what you're getting in person. Okay, it looks like we don't have any other questions, so I guess we will end it here. My friends, thank you so much for being in here. I truly believe in you. Believe in yourself too, and just you can do this. If you go into the test doubting yourself, saying negative words like, I can't do this, this is too hard, I'm never going to pass, my life is ruined. If you go in giving yourself affirmations like that, you're not going to do as well on the test. So you really want to make sure that you're saying positive things to yourself. I can do this. I will try my best. What's the worst that happens? I won't pass, then I'll study up some more and retake it, right? Looks like DUAA says my GED ELA exam is in 4 days. What can I do to improve on the GED essay? Oh, I so wish that it was like 4 weeks from now because I'd have the program available for you to really study up exactly what I have for the essay. But for now, since your test is in just 4 days, I recommend that you go on to my YouTube channel. I have a playlist for writing and for essays. Go through some of those essays, practice the technique that's used in those essays. Really make sure you memorize the thesis statement, which you'll learn in those videos. And I would recommend writing like maybe 2 or 3 practice tests, one of them especially being timed, and then go in and rock that writing test. Okay, my friends, thank you again for being here. Believe in yourself just like I believe in you. Oh, I keep trying to end, and then there's a question. I will keep answering your questions for the next couple minutes. So, what is mostly on the science test that you need to focus on? Great question, Matthew. So, for the science test, I really recommend that you know the scientific method. Okay, so that's whenever there's a science experiment, they always start with maybe a question, why are they doing it? And then they have uh, like a hypothesis, a guess what they're doing, and they take a look at, they have a control group and then other 1 or 2 or more groups where they're testing it. So that's called the scientific method. I actually don't have a video on that. I should maybe make a video on that, but that's the most important thing to know on the science test. And then also make sure that you study up a little bit of biology, astronomy, earth space science, a little chemistry. You don't have to do too much, but if you know the basic terminology, that should really help you. But then also remember that the science test is a reading test. So practice up your reading skills and you'll do a little better on the science test. Okay, do you mind posting the links to those videos that I recommended? Absolutely, for the math. Um, Coach Q, I will happily do that. At the end of this video, I will go in and post the things that I've mentioned here in this video. Okay, I'm preparing for the GED Social Studies and Math. I want to set the date soon. Vanilla, I'm so excited for you. That is thrilling news. One thing is make sure you take some practice tests so that you know that you're actually ready for the test, because so often people go in and they take the test and they're not actually ready, and then they don't pass the test. Okay. And at that point, you're just kind of wasting your money, and we don't want to do that. So make sure that you take practice tests, that you're scoring well prepared so that you go in and you rock that test. All right, friends, now I'm ending. Thank you so much for being here. I just believe in every one of you, and I'm so excited for you that you're taking this journey to get your GED or your HiSET. And then once you're done with that, the world is the world is yours, and you can do so many wonderful things to make a positive difference. So believe in yourself, friends, just like I believe in you. And I will see you in my next live video, which will probably be on Wednesday, same time, which is 4:30 Eastern time or 1:30 Pacific time. You'll have to do the math if you're in any of those states in between. And friends, thank you for being here, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.